right, everybody, we live right here, and I got MC Williams, the class of 1968, and
Eileen.
James.
okay, Eileen and James. You know, y'all got this great idea of bringing all the 1968 classes together, which include Jack Yates, Wheatley, Worthing, Cashmere, MC Williams, BC Elmore, and Fidelity Manor, and MC Williams. Man, this is an incredible thing because in 1950 they only had three black schools, and they did this, and that was Booker T. Washington, Phyllis Wheatley, and Jack Yates, and they only had, and it was the 1950 class only. And with this being a 1968 class, y'all are a very special class because y'all was the first class to come out of the integration. And man, I could imagine all the turmoil y'all had when y'all started going to school with them white kids out there on the north side. Can you just tell us a little bit about it? I know we're trying to get this together, but this is such a historical thing to talk to the students from MC Williams and the class of 1968. Facebook, it don't get no better than this. So
Yes. 50 years later, and we'll celebrate our golden anniversary will be in next year in 2018, and that is 50 years later. So it is indeed a pleasure to follow the 1950s to get all of the historical black high schools together one more time just to have fun. We graduated, you're right, before they had gone into integration. We were the last class that
Right.
graduated, and MC Williams and the classes of 68, we've always been phenomenal in our classes.
okay, and James, tell us a little bit about what y'all plan the format that y'all trying to put together, as far as getting these schools together, as far as and how many schools have y'all already? Right now we at Jack Yates. How many other schools have y'all already confronted about putting this historical event together?
I think we've contacted all the schools, but just one really right now. Only school we haven't contacted really is Carverdale.
Mm-hmm.
And you were asking earlier about some of the things that we went through during the integration. And one of the things that I remember going to, I played basketball,
Okay.
and we played Wall Trip.
Okay.
We got a chance to got ready to play Wall Trip. We would go to their schools and play them, but they wouldn't come to our school. We had to go to Delmont in order to play them.
Oh, okay.
And so it was a lot of things. We only had at our high school, we only had one white teacher.
And this is what we want to do,
Right.
James, and this is what all I'm about on YouTube is documenting black history. And see, with you being the first black class to come out of the integration, because I came out in 67.
Right,
See, we was the last.
right,
Y'all was the first
right,
to start the generation that we got today.
exactly.
Y'all was the kickoff. So, and therefore, y'all had a lot of racist problems that y'all had to deal with. That's why we didn't want to deal with. See, this is how this went. In 64, Johnson signed the Civil Rights Bill for no more segregation. Jim Crow law is out. So in 65, they gave us a choice. You know, that we can go to white schools if we want to, or we can stay predominantly segregated. But in 67 of September, the federal government came in and took over. And therefore, it was mandatory to go integration. So therefore, a lot of schools, especially out there on the north side, man, because not only Wall Trip, you had Reagan. These are predominantly, hate to say it, rednecks. You know, it ain't their fault. Their family was like that. They were born into this situation, and their family and them didn't too much care for them, especially going to school out there with black people in Acres Home, and out there in the Heights, and people that coming from Booker T. Washington, MC Williams, and you know that's the reason why they said they were scared.
Right. And also, when you start talking about they didn't want to go to their school, when they took George Washington Carver and set the school down, basically, all those kids went to Eisenhower, MacArthur, Nimitz, and other schools. And those schools were powerhouses.
Yeah, well,
All that power would have been at Carver and Williams, but they took them and sent them to those schools, and those schools were the powerhouses in the early part of this integration thing.
all right. Now let me go back to the generation about Aldine, because I remember Aldine when they were used to play us at Yates, and they were part of HISD, even though they was in the Aldine school district. They were not in HISD school district, if I'm not mistaken.
No, they wasn't.
They was in Aldine school district. Only HISD was MC Williams when they built MC Williams. And it was that just like what we're doing right now, we're trying to save the history of these black schools. Just like you said, they didn't close Aldine Carver. Aldine Carver is a historical black school, man. You know, you got people like Sylvester, our mayor. His people then went to Aldine Carver. That was the only school that you went to take us home. Yolanda Adams' daddy, Major, went there. Half a TSU track team who went to the Olympics, they all came from Acres Home. And it's an honor to know that y'all at MC Williams has the courage to try to bring unity among our black schools and to show the young black kids that these are the original black schools. So don't get hooked and get tricked on Wild Trip and these other schools and Jones and Sterling. These schools wasn't black. They were white schools. Blacks just took over. Madison, y'all wasn't black. That's why y'all don't have no 1965 class reunion, because them white folks do not want to be affiliated with that new Madison that blacks have taken over. I tell the truth. That's why so many people look at me, because what I speak is the truth. And this is why we need to get this together. And me and Eddie Will, who finished from Wheatley, we are 100% behind y'all. We want to try to document every meeting y'all go to.
Okay.
So at least if we don't get it off, we tried.
Okay. We're going to make this happen. We're here, and we're going to run the whole yard. What we have is we have a soul train, and we want every school to get on board, because there is a soul train car for all of the historical black high schools. So it's going to happen.
That's good. That's what we want to do. We want to hear that positive attitude. It's going to happen. Now, so far, James and y'all, how many y'all? Okay, y'all got with Yates. Have y'all got with Wheatley? Got with BC Elmo? Okay. Oh, we're working on it. Okay, how about Cashmere and Worthing? Okay, all right. Okay, whenever y'all do, let me know. Whenever y'all schedule a meeting, let me know so I can document it.
Okay. Well, our next
Because-
meeting is scheduled for us for December the 11th, and it's at 6 o'clock. And so we certainly can provide that information, because it's held at St. Mark's Methodist Church out on Patterson off of I-10. So we can certainly provide that information, and certainly would want to invite all of the members of the class of 68 to come on, get on board, and help us to make this thing happen.
That would be great. Thank y'all so much. All right.
Thank you.
All right. Thank y'all.